doing it because you're a filthy communist and you're trying to unravel our society. Yay! I think we're on. Ladies and gentlemen, I believe we're on. Hello, everybody. How are you?
The gang's back together.
Gang's back together. Gino's home instead of half naked on a beach. Before that, Paul half naked on a gay beach.
I could stand up and we could see if I'm half
As
naked.
opposed to Kevin fully naked in his window watching children walk by.
They were watching me. Let's just got that straight, Your Honor. Folks, welcome back to Be Free, Stay Free here at the America First Warehouse, the most patriotic venue in the galaxy, really. You're not going to find any other place like this. And
He's not wrong. He's not wrong.
now I have help screwing it up. I've got Gino Bisconte. Gino, how are you, buddy?
As my old man used to say, if I was doing any better, I couldn't stand it. Any day above ground, as Dolly Parton would have told you 2 days ago, is a good day.
Oh, are you picking on Dolly?
No, they murdered her. They murdered her. And I'm going to say this, and you're going to hear it for weeks. Get used to hearing a sudden bout of cancer rather than turbo cancer. And a lot of people have said, and I want your take on this. Well, we've showed the clip of her singing vaccine, vaccine instead of Jolene, Jolene. But we've also seen clips of her saying, people don't want to know about my politics. People don't care. But she was a national treasure who didn't get political, but trusted the people in charge. Yep. And when they said, you need to save lives, which is all she ever did. She started from poverty. She had a children's reading program. See how many people, how many children's books Dr. Fauci sent to his cronies, other than the ones that he put in the waiting room of the pedophile mansions that they were in. Yeah. Okay? Dolly Parton literally said, yeah, I'll help you get the vaccine out. And it killed her. And the only thing that should be hanging lower than flags all week are Anthony Fauci's friggin' feet. Do you understand? It's a crime what they did to that national treasure. And if I may add one more thing, we talked about this. People, she was 80. Are you kidding? I do that joke in my act about my Aunt August saying just 80. Look at 80-year-old Dolly Parton. Look at 84-year-old Mitch McConnell. You can't, because he died and they're hiding him. Look at 82 or 80, however old Joe Biden is. Look at him 15 years ago. He looks worse than Dolly Parton. Don't believe them. You're in charge of your health, not them. They want you to think 80 is old. 80 is old if you let it be. But it sure as hell wasn't for Dolly.
Bangable.
What's that?
She was 80 years old, borderline bangable.
Yeah.
You know, if you're in the woods, for like a week or two, and she's the only girl there, you're thinking, this is going to happen.
You can say it to me, Paulie, if I'm home. If I'm home, you can say it.
I love how you'd wait a week. All right. Better man than I am, Paul.
Someone was in Fire Island too long, a week.
You know what I saw? They did Dolly Parton's top 10 pet peeves on Letterman. Did you remember that?
No.
And she's reading them. She goes, and the last one is, smash him in the face with a bicycle.
Let your spokes do the talking.
Folks.
By the way, somebody in the chat, that's a great question. They said, what do you think would be going on with this Clancy chick if she was black? Please. Her kids would have murdered her. That was easy enough. How hard is that?
All right, boys in the booth.
We've because they're black. And they have no father.
I just want to let everybody
so they don't have
let everybody out in the Facebook
because they're black and they have no father. Oh, but I'll tell you who's your daddy, ladies and gentlemen. That would be one Maximus Loads. How are you, Max? Welcome aboard, buddy.
Hey, how's everybody doing? Oh my God, you got that close up enough, Gene? I gotta move over.
This. What are you doing?
I didn't do it. I'm fine.
You're way too close. What did you switch to?
I didn't switch to anything. I didn't change a thing. I didn't touch anything.
I'm going to say this to you. You're going to tell me you didn't change a thing. How come everyone knows you have a Trump flag and a giant ladder behind you, and today they have no idea what's going on behind you?
I don't know. I didn't change. I don't like you think I changed anything. I didn't change anything.
You didn't change anything that you know of, but you're standing on. Look, we get it. You got great skin. Not as good as the skin on your wife's back.
Wait a minute.
I mean, she's got very young looking skin.
Just hold on. I said, wait a minute. Oh my God! Always something with you. How come you didn't catch this when you?
Because you looked completely fine before.
Well, I didn't do anything. I sat here and waited for you.
Hold on. Let me see. I have no edit mic settings. Kick from studio. Edit name. I can change it to Mule a lot. Oh,
No,
by the way, while all this silliness is going on, it looks like the show has started. Hold on. Pop out chat. Make that fucking beautiful. And thank you, Mr. White, who very soon will be live streaming with me and Maxx Loads. There we go. Let me make it a little bigger. I said bigger. There you go. And Ken Mosca, who we had the pleasure of golfing with recently. Am I right, Loads?
Yeah, is that better?
Yeah, that's a lot. Hold on, watch this. That's a lot better. That's a lot
Do I
better.
need? That's correct. Okay. All right. Okay. Jeez. There we go. Hey,
Okay,
everybody.
Watch, I bet you'll get this. Pete, can we? This is what they do. Can we raise a toast to two lost legends, Dolly Parton and Ratko Melodic? Who's Ratko Melodic?
I don't know who is Ratko. I know. I guess I should know that, but I don't. If you could tell me who that is, I just don't know who that is. I know Dolly Parton is. I don't know who that is.
Nor do
What's
I.
that? Yeah, push-ups. Who is that? Because I saw he put that in the comments in
Well, Pete, how hard is it to Google it? Ratko Melodic.
Yeah.
There you go. Bosnian military officer. Look at this. Oh, Pete, you think you're a handsome man. Look how big. Pete, look, he's got the same camera as you. Look at him. He's right up there. Oh, hold on. Let me put you where you belong up top, Loads. There you go. Ratko Melodic, the butcher of Bosnia, dies at 84. Look at that handsome fella. Look at him. That's a good-looking kid. The warlord who oversaw the worst massacre in Europe since WW been serving a life since 2017. Abananima. Abananima. Or as your boy Garrett says, banana man. He says banana man instead of bananima. Your boy Angelo told me that. Not our dad, but our buddy. It's fucking
There you
great.
go.
Yeah, Pete, that's much better. Pete, I don't know what it was. And again, I know you get frustrated. I do too. No one's judging you. Pete, it'd be one thing if I said, Pete, if I ever say, here's what you do, like I know how to fix it. I don't.
No, I figured it out. I've been working with you long enough that I know.
Loads. There you go. I'll tell you, he's never been accused of that. Russian loads. Am I right, Pete?
Oh my God!
With your mule, it's like a slow turning pistol.
Everybody gets it, Gene. Everybody gets it.
Did you see me explain the joke to Paul? You get it because the kids would have killed her because they're black, and
no, I get it.
No
By the way, that whole case. Yeah, I really didn't follow that. I don't find it interesting, or I guess she killed her 3 kids. I mean, and it's going to come from what I heard, because I do.
Go on. I'll tell you what I heard. Go, big brother.
It's going to come down to which experts the jury believes. Both sides brought in experts, and they testified, because I don't think anybody is an expert themselves on whatever she had, whatever her thing, or else they wouldn't let you on the jury anyway.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's going to come down to which expert you believe. And I listened to the orders of the jury directions that they got from the judge. And it's like, yeah, basically, it's up to you to decide based on the facts that you were given, whose testimony you believe more than the other, and then make your decision. So, it's just like, I hate to say, COVID. Some people believe the wrong experts. So, yeah, Dago, obviously, any sane person is going to say you've got to be insane to murder your 3 children that way. That is just not something a sane person would do.
Well,
so
I'll take it a step further. This is what I heard, because I didn't. It's not that I wasn't following it. I had no desire to follow it. When I saw the Holocaust was not incorrect, Peter who's this PV guy? Pete, he didn't put ML. This will never get back to you. They don't know your real identity, Maxx Loads. You hide behind that giant shaft.
When did I say that? When did I say that?
There's a clip of it.
No.
There is.
Well,
In hot water, guy.
No,
In hot water, guy. Loads
no.
can fix her.
no.
The second Keanu's been following it, talking about it in her streams, and the second Keanu said she was on so many meds, and I'm like, I don't think she should be found guilty. And I didn't say like I know what's going on. I'm like, I don't want to know because I'm just going to get aggravated by pharmaceuticals. But I will tell you this. Shout out Freddie from Virginia. He was Freddie from Phoenix, but now he moved. Yeah, but I will tell you this, and you know my wife, she's as liberal as they come. She's in the car today with me, and she goes, they need to put her in jail. Because somehow, they said it, the defense it's basically they fumbled going across the goal line. Like he started comparing her writings to Jack Nicholson in The Shining. Like, oh, all work and no play. Literally brought that up. And I didn't listen to it closely enough, but they're like, what the fuck is he talking about? And what Keanu said was something about the phone. She only heard the voice once. She heard the voice tell her to kill once, never heard it again, never heard it before, and she listened to it, which is insane. And they said the way she called for the CBS about something and knew the distance and checked it, it's like she was making sequential fucking decisions. And now I'm like, that bitch murdered her kids. And regardless, I can't get over the people, the women, this is how nuts the left has gotten, that were taking their children there in support of her. Because 3 children were murdered. Any way you slice it, you know? But don't take my word for it. Listen to our good friend, Rado Milokovic. What's his name? There you go. Hey, Ratko. The butcher of Bosnia died in the hospital at The Hague. He'd been in custody since. Look at him. Look at him. Who could be mad at this face? Who could be mad at this face? I hate you, Jews. Jews. This is the talking face. Hello.
Wait a minute.
Yes.
Was he killing Jews or was he killing like Bosnians and stuff?
He was killing Bosnians, I think. Here, let me. Here,
I think.
Well, yeah, but either way, he was one of the most notorious figures in the conflict that left 100K people dead, displaced more than 1 million others. Under his command, Serbs. Troops took control of large swaths of Bosnia and Herzegovina and laid siege to the capital of Sarajevo and other cities. His forces detained non-Serbians and enemy soldiers in concentration camps and systematically slaughtered prisoners. Despite the charges levied against him, he never showed remorse. Well, commit to the bit. Commit to the bit. Look at this guy. That guy. Look at this. This guy looks like a young Max Loads. Look at the curls on that guy. That's a young Max Loads right there, right?
And I thought something was going on during that.
Look at how angry Max is here. Look at this guy. This guy's like, we didn't kill enough. That guy's like, I don't think we killed enough of them. Oh wait, I'm not looking at the right picture. Hold on. This guy. There's the young Max Loads. Hello.
I could have sworn something during that conflict had to do with Muslims and non-Muslim Serbs or something. I can't remember because I know I should. You know what? I didn't pay attention because it wasn't happening in the United States. I mean, it's not my business what they're doing over there.
Yeah.
So I didn't really follow that whole conflict. What was that? Mid-90s, late 90s?
Yeah, I remember. I think I was working at Chase Bank when that was going on. So I'm going to say it was indeed the mid-90s. If gun to my head, Loads, gun to my head, I'm going to say the mid-90s.
I will say some of the IT guys I worked with were over there for that conflict because they were all of them were ex-military or former military. So some of them were over there working on computers. The one guy was working with drones at the time. So they told me a little bit about it. But that's really where I got more information. I really didn't pay a lot of attention to that when it was going on.
No, I didn't pay a lot of attention to the news when any of that shit was going on, and I'm mad that I do now.
Well, let's be clear.
I was going to get in trouble on fucking whatchamacallit for Colombo. I literally was showing football clips a couple nights ago or baseball, and it's like, yeah, your thing was blocked. I'm like, wow. They're like, you were showing Colombo on the screen. YouTube fucking doesn't want you fucking with Colombo. Can't blame him. Go on.
So I was, don't get me wrong, I was following the news, the stories that interested me. That I had no interest in. Like, what are these people doing over there? Like, how's that any of my, like, it shouldn't be the United States concern. I don't want. It's like this woman, this trial. It's cluttering up the news. Okay, this woman killed her 3 kids in the state of Massachusetts. We know Massachusetts is messed up. They don't have the death penalty. Whatever. I mean, it should have been, hey, some woman today, once the verdict came out, we should, hey, here's the verdict. Did you know some woman killed her 3 kids in Massachusetts? She was on all sorts of drugs. This is the verdict. That's what it should have been. Not a month of news covering this, because that covers up the things that are important. And I know people hate to hear it, but the problem with the COVID thing was the control aspect and getting rid of the Constitution, all those things, and that all the stuff that's come out. This Josh Shapiro story in Pennsylvania, where he said,
"Oh my God, I saw a clip of that where in fact, I believe I commented on my Twitter when they're showing him, and they asked him, like, he's like, well, I don't want to get into conspiracy theories, and you know what I wrote? I wrote, this is why racists call them lying Jews. I did. I wrote that in the comments. Like, this is like, I looked at him like, you're a lying Jew. And I don't hate Jews, but that's the guy. It's like, you're a Jew who lies. You're a lying Jew. And it's fun to say. He's like, well, you know, he said measles related. What did you hear? I got to find this clip on fucking the thing I just showed.
Yeah, find the clip. I was right. It was something. Bosnian Muslims, men and boys. I knew it was something with the Muslims. At any rate, apparently there was some report, I don't know who issued the first report out of Pennsylvania, that 2 people, they said, died from measles. My understanding is the 2 people were in their 80s. So the measles vaccine didn't come out until 63, so they were well past getting the measles vaccine. It was, but they don't tell you that. No. They don't give any of that information. And then what started to come out was, we don't even know if they had measles, if measles played any part in this. But for those of us who are following along with, oh my God, everything OFK does is wrong, now people aren't going to get the measles vaccine. Look, people are dying from the measles. That's the story they want to push. And Shapiro, guilty as sin on that point. Why wait? Why wait for the whole story to come out? Because once people hear, hey, 2 people died of measles, we know people. That's it. That's the end of the story. Yep. That's it. They don't want to hear anything else. Josh Shapiro said 2 people died from the measles. I don't care if they were 105, so they didn't have a chance to get the vaccine. I don't want to hear anything else about it. Get your measles vaccine. See, people are dying from the measles. That's what they do. That's what they do. And once it's out, there's nothing you can really do.
Is this the one? Hold on, because I can't fucking find it. Again, in YouTube. By the way, shout out. Pete knows the toast to this bad guy meme, right? No, I don't know that meme either. Do I? I'm like, I bet I do, but I don't know it's called that. One of the dead was a 5-day-old baby that died of a ruptured spleen from the delivery process who tested positive from mom's antibodies. Yeah, and this is what he said. That was this the fucking...
Thank you, Jim.
Here we go.
I knew there was a baby involved, but weren't there an 80-year-old guy also involved in this who supposedly died of measles?
Here's one of the clips. It's a minute long. Take a listen.
And
let me know you can hear this.
Measles is completely preventable. We already have the tools to protect ourselves and our families from this disease, which is one of the most contagious diseases on the face of the earth.
It's all about fear. Oh, it's preventable. Yeah, by just being healthy or getting it and being healthy and getting past it. Or if you'd like, get the vaccine if you'd like. But then he goes, what did he just say? Listen to this. He goes, oh, the fear part. It spreads. What's he say?
And let's speak truth for a moment.
Sorry.
Which is one of the most contagious diseases
one
on
of
the
the
face
most
of the earth.
contagious
And let's speak truth for a moment. Folks are spreading skepticism about things like the MMR vaccine without any evidence to back their claims.
Right, you have to laugh without any evidence.
Hey, Easy Street, good afternoon. Hope you're having a good vacation.
I didn't show your video yet because I have to give it some context because it's sideways. Easy Street consigliere is here, if I may for a moment. Ladies and gentlemen, he is a real patriot. He is sorry it's sideways. He is at the Gulf of America. Listen to this, people. Listen. Hold on.
Good afternoon, everybody. We're here celebrating Lake America. Traveled out here.
I said
Food is
golf,
light,
sorry.
airy. People are happy. Hope everybody's enjoying their day. Us out here at Lake America are absolutely doing so. God bless America.
Thank you, Patriot. Thank
There
you,
we go.
Easy Street Consigliere. But again, you need evidence to be skeptical. That's just it. They use these fancy words. It's so contagious. It's easily preventable. Yeah, but that's you question science. I believe it's easily preventable, as I'm sure you do as well, Peter, because there is proof. According to RFK Jr., the last measles outbreak was in Mississippi or Alabama. It was so fucking long ago, and it was, and then because of they clean the water, sanitary conditions. That's why they always get Ebola in Africa. That's why the gays get monkeypox, because the only thing dirtier than Africa is a fag's shithole. You say that all the time, right, Pete? I believe that's a T-shirt. The only thing dirtier than Africa is the butthole of a queer. Don't you say that, Pete? Don't you? It's common fucking knowledge. These fucking apes in Africa and the guys that go ape on someone's asshole, identical. I say it all the time. What's that, Pete? You checking your notes? All right, so back to this fucking lie.
All right, before you continue, after that tirade, you lunatic, no one in their right mind has ever said that. Yes, the chance, it's
sodomite. I'm sorry, sodomite, Easy Street Consigliere. But these people, you go, Pete,
in civilized countries, if you should happen to contract measles, your chance of dying is 0.1%.
What's that?
So, apparently, according to Google, your chance of dying from measles.
No, I cannot. No, I cannot. My God. Can you imagine? I do imagine the guy hitting him in the asshole is saying, "I'm the captain now." I would imagine that.
Now, what is that, by the way? See, we got so far off topic. What is the whole captain thing? So I saw in the chat that I'm the captain now. What is that?
It's from Captain Phillips. Remember when the Somalians take over the boat and they look at Tom Cruise? Not Tom Cruise. He doesn't bang kids. He's just gay and trying to kill himself with sons. Tom Hanks. He's like, "I'm the captain now." You don't know that famous meme?
No, no. I remember that whole story, but I do not remember that meme. I'm sorry.
That surprises me because I'm gonna be honest. I never even saw the movie, Pete, and I know the goddamn meme. You know what I mean?
Only seen.
You know what I mean?
Only seen clips of the movie. So at any rate, yeah, you got if you're in a civilized country, developed country, your chance of dying from measles are slim to none. And we all know now, for those of us who said, "Hey, I got nothing to do, let's see about measles," that by the time the vaccine came out in '63, the amount of deaths from measles were already down. So I think it was even less than that at the time, due to better cleanliness and more knowledge and healthcare. Almost nobody was getting measles anyway. Again, that episode of the Brady Bunch I saw became one of the most. It was banned. It was taken down. You have to look for it now.
Yeah, the episode with narrative.
Right.
You don't want and I sent it in that chat, that argument I had, but I want to hear the rest of this because maybe he touches upon it.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Here we go.
Part of the reason why I was late is I've been sitting out in the parking lot.
Listen to this.
Part of the reason why I was late is I've been sitting out in the parking lot talking to Secretary Kennedy, who reached out to me this morning. And while I appreciate his willingness to offer staff to assist us, we think we're able to manage this through the Department of Health. I was very, very blunt with him. And I made very clear that his actions and the rhetoric.
Notice how they have trouble looking you in the eye.
His
that's
action
coming from this administration are having a negative impact on communities across America.
No, they're not.
Particularly right here in Pennsylvania.
How?
That there's real life consequences.
What?
To spreading misinformation.
All right, stop.
What are the consequences? What's the misinformation? What the fuck is he lying about?
That's right. That's the whole point. This should end this should end his chances of being president. It should,
Yes!
because it is a lie. It is now a proven. He went out there and said things that weren't true. Like Lou said in the comments, one was from an infant. They said it had nothing to do with measles. And I believe the other one was like an 80-year-old guy, and it had nothing to do with measles. I believe there's evidence out there where people are saying there was no measles anywhere in either of these deaths. And he's flat out saying, or he's connecting it to RFK. He's connecting it to RFK's rhetoric. You know, what rhetoric? Parents can now decide, I'm going to get a measles shot. I'm going to come back for the mump shot. I'm going to come back for the rubella shot. And what it's going to cost? Oh, it's going to cost the companies who make those vaccines more money. So what? So what? And I got to tell you,
problem for these
you know what's
people.
amazing?
You know that,
if I had kids now, I don't know what vaccine I'd actually give them. I don't know if I'd give them any. I really don't know.
Shout out Chrissy Mayer. Chrissy Mayer did not give her kids. I don't know. I know she may not have given them any. And I'll also say I always give her props. Tara, remember Aunt Tara, Pete? She was having the kid 2019. 2019. I'm hanging out with her and the hubby. They're very good people. I bust balls, but they're great. And I'm looking at the guys like, ask her what we're doing for the kid. I'm like, what? She's like, we're going to Costa Rica. And I can't be. And again, 2019. I'm like, oh, okay. Like, I don't know. I don't care. She's like, we're going to Costa Rica. And she's like, you know how many vaccines they give a baby? I'm like, you know me? I'm like, no, I don't. I know. I said, and then I looked at her husband. I said, I know how many injections I gave that baby. And he's like, how many? I said, don't worry about it, Jew. And then she goes, 35. She had her baby in Costa Rica. And she had a natural childbirth because she, like, you know, she studied. She's like, I'm not doing any of this shit. And again, this is what goes on. This is the argument I had in that Instagram chat that the guy. We'll get to that maybe later.
Right.
But
So
whatever the left says is true, and whatever the right says is a lie. And why don't you? It's what I always said. People aren't dying from measles. How do you? They're dying. They're getting autism from the vaccine. I don't believe you. I don't care. This is my kid, and I'm not worried about my unvaccinated kid. You should worry about your kid. They're not going to get autism. All right, then we're done. No one's worried. But they're like, no, you do what I do.
And that's and again, it's the same. And Captain Trump said it. It's a problem sweeping all the COVID shit under the rug as well. Once again, at least these vaccines we are talking about, we all believed, and I still don't disbelieve, that they prevent you from getting the disease. These were real vaccines where they gave you a little bit of the measles so your body built up an immunity to the measles.
Peter, walk them through it. What do they give you? Peter, come on, for me. Pete, what do they give you to prevent the measles? Peter, what do they give you to prevent the measles, Peter?
A little bit of measles, Gene.
So you can handle a whole lot of it. What do they give you? What do they give you to prevent polio, Pete?
Little bit of weakened polio.
So your body can handle a whole lot of it. What do they give you with the AIDS vaccine, Pete?
Dick.
So much dick. Dick. I wrote that joke with my nephew. But
Retard.
it's true. And how are people not paying attention to all the clips that come out? The reason there was nothing on the insert packet is because they didn't know what it was. The head of the Bayer company. And whenever you think of Bayer,
Gabe, don't encourage it. I had to live through it the first time. Now it's a thing that he's got to do all the time. He loves to do that bit with his nephew.
By the way, speaking of dick jokes, this is a perfect segue. Lance the Truth Seeker, shout out. Love this dude. Fucking just dabble verse guy. Gene, what about Pat saying, without a doubt, Gino is bi and saying it's a fact? Like, Pete, I don't know if you know this, but I've told you I made out with a guy on ecstasy. Not even made out. We played gay chicken once.
I don't want to talk about that. I don't want to hear about it.
But
I don't want to know.
Pete,
I know. I heard.
That aside, Pete, do you think I'm bi, or do you think I care that people think I'm bi, or do you think I'd even care if I was bi?
I don't believe you're bi. I don't know how you brought yourself to do that.
Oh,
and
Pete,
we can move on.
You don't say that when we're under the pink blanket. I don't believe you can buy a vowel. Wait, you can. Oh. That's 3 vowels. They're all O. So there you go, Lance. Love you, buddy. But again, like that's the, and again, it's funny to me. Like he's saying that, I'm like, okay, but if I play that song you love so much about Chad chugging dick, people seem to like it. It's an earworm.
No. All right. So why don't you explain to Lou and Gabe what gay chicken is? Because until I heard
the
you
only
speak
guy
of
that
it,
ever beat me at gay chicken, and he'll tell you Jay Okerson. You're not going to beat him at gay chicken. And by the way, we did it in front of 2 chicks on ecstasy so we could bang them. I once on Compound Media, after Jim Stansel sucked on a pink dildo, I sucked on one because he was trying to fuck a porn star. Again, Pete. Here's the thing, Pete. Here's my point, and you're going to love this or whatever. Pete, how can I do gay jokes when I obviously hate gays? How can I make fun of gays when I had that dildo? And Pete, you wonder why I'm so handy under the pink blanket. How can I hate blacks when I live in a neighborhood? You know what I mean? Where if I say it with a hard R, I get hard R than I've ever been hit in my life. How? It's all about hypocrisy. Watch me swing it back. And speaking of the hypocrisy, how about the left with their, hold on, Joey Dago, before I forget, with their fucking borders? You cannot have open borders and no vax. We have hygiene standards now, right. Not who's coming in and here already. Yeah, and they never address that. They let them in. I mean, they do. There's so many clips. I'm gonna talk over you one more sec. I apologize, Pete. So I gotta apologize to them. I'm sorry that I see so many clips that I should save for the show, and I'm like, I can't. I rest my case. I'm like, I can't even look at it, and I fucking move on from it on Insta or X before I save it. But another one that came up this week is them asking that they serve a chicken.
Oh, real quick. If you're wondering,
why does me just give Maxine a little bit of that hug so Russell can handle?
If you're wondering,
by the way, I was talking to Curtis John today on the phone. I'm like, did he butt dial me? Had a great chat with him. I love that guy.
Oh my God! So I went to Chick-fil-A on Monday because if you're not aware, that was the first day of their new sandwich where you can get the chicken sandwich, but the buns are maple syrup flavored waffles. So
that's got to be good.
It was tremendous, delightful, fantastic. Yeah. I will be back.
Well, yes. Of course you will. By the way, shout out Bob Vandertrees. Look, I love Bob Vandertrees. Hello from 30,000 feet. He's not bi, full-blown gay. Thank you, Bob. By the way, Bob Vandertrees will be at fucking the a lot of people coming out that I'm hearing. Bob Vandertrees will be at God forgive me. Shut up, don't tell me. Hyatt Catch Princeton at the Hyatt Regency. Fucking gonna be fantastic. Comp under his name. Got him a room. Gonna be delicious. Mr. White, a man that consistently doesn't wear shoes is definitely gay.
Mr. White, you ain't gonna get no argument there. By the way, Gene, I'm going to Hilton Head. All right, I'm gonna let you know. I already have my sandals that I wear at the beach, my sandals that I wear when we go walking around, the toes covered, a pair of sneakers for working out, and a pair of sneakers for when I'm just gonna go out and walk around. 4 pairs of shoes, Gene. 4 pairs of footwear. I'm not trying to impress anybody.
And now we're going to this. Now, I would say a man who packs that much is gay. Again, no, I don't think you are. But, I like you put the little.
What am I going to wear on the beach? What am I going to wear when I walk down to the beach, Gene? Barefoot? No, you step on shit.
Wear your Chucks. Wear your Chucks down on the beach.
And that's it, right? You wear Chucks everywhere. To the beach, they get wet with it. No, you don't do that.
I do.
Clearly you didn't. You wore your wife's shoes. So clearly you didn't do that.
That's because I brought 1 pair of shoes from Florida and they were perfect.
Were they?
Yeah. Again, here's the thing. Why don't I have a problem with it?
Because you don't care.
Yes.
You don't care about anything. You don't have a problem with anything.
What would you do?
Haven't you realized that yet?
But right, what would you do if I called you up, Karen? Wouldn't you be like, well, that's a you problem? That's a you problem.
It is a you problem. That's all.
Right, but I don't care. Like when the fucking people fired me from the sports sheet, did I not say all I had to do was shut my mouth? I couldn't. I said I couldn't. Then I go back and I read some of the articles I was writing. I'm like, no wonder I couldn't shut my mouth. fucking.
Right. This has nothing to do with not going with enough of the proper footwear. It's like you're going to do a job, but you don't bring the right tools.
I'm gonna point something out, and now this might be borderline gay. I will put my feet up against anyone here that wears multiple shoes on a trip. I will put my tootsies up. I will put my tootsies up against any man's feet in this thread.
What are you even talking about?
You started it.
I didn't start it. I was just letting you know I go prepared for whatever the situation may be in footwear.
Peter, watch this. Have I ever been unprepared with footwear? And if you say the airport, you're wrong. Because what did I do? I went to the airport, I got on a flight, I came home.
No, I'm not going to say the airport. I'm going to say the Springsteen concert.
Nope. Made fucking shoes with socks and duct tape. Had a great night.
But what if the guy we were with didn't have a second wardrobe?
I didn't know I was talking to a Democrat. I didn't know I was talking to a Democrat. What if you need the vaccine and it's not available?
No,
because
totally different. You were fortunate that another human being is responsible and had what you needed to get into the show. That you were fortunate. It had nothing to do with you.
Pete, yes, it does. I was fortunate. The universe provides.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah.
Pete, tell me the story about the time that I didn't have something and I didn't get something.
I'm sure that I don't know. I'm sure there is one, but I'm not aware of it.
Because I wouldn't bitch about it if it happened. If they said you can't come here because you only brought one pair of shoes, or if I got fucking in trouble at the airport, I'd be like, all right, I'll go buy a pair of flip-flops. But I didn't need them.
Oh, that's even more disgusting. Flip-flops.
Yeah.
Flip-flops.
Well, I mean the cheapest footwear possible.
Oh God.
He also wears her butt plug. Anyway.
All right, so.
By the way, so funny because I forgot. I've ruined feet for this guy, Jeff. He's like, enough with the Gino feet. I've just got out of therapy and can finally suck my old lady's toes again like the cuck I am. Like, one time I put him up, he's like, my wife just put nail polish on her feet, and you've ruined everything. I love this Jeff guy. Thanks for the 5.
All right, so, yes, somebody posted, I had said this should be the end of Josh Shapiro for president. They posted he's not going to become president because he's Jewish. What's interesting is that's clearly why Kamala Harris didn't pick him. The Democrats have a problem with the Jews.
With that, did Bill Maher call Dana Bash out on that?
I didn't see that, but I believe it. Bill Maher. I don't want to say like you, but Bill Maher's like, he didn't give a shit about anything. He's just saying what it is. He don't care.
I still don't trust him, though. I still don't trust him.
I agree with you. I get that you don't. It's for me. It's not about trusting him. Right. I'm just listening to what he says, and he has that element of, yeah, you're nuts. I'm going to tell you you're nuts. And but he always pulls it back a little bit. He always wants to, say, but the Republicans also whatever. He always does that, and he doesn't need to. But I feel like he does it just to keep, try and keep in the good graces with the crazy leftists. But he's called them out. They're nuts. And he just calls it like you're crazy. That's what you're doing is bad.
Well, he makes it easy.
But I do think
they make it easy for him to be like that to them. Am I wrong?
But the Democrats are always like, well, Hillary should have been the first woman president. No, I think the country could handle a woman president or a Jewish president or whatever if they're the right candidate. Like, there are plenty of women who could be president. There are plenty of Jewish people who could be president, just not the lunatics the Democrats want to put up. Ossoff, Shapiro, all of the leftists, they're crazy. It doesn't matter if they're Jewish. They're just nuts.
It doesn't help.
And the women are nuts too.
By the way, Ossoff, right? He called Ossoff the next Barack Obama. He's a Jew, right? Oh, yeah, I know he is, because that's who fucking Maher was addressing when he was fucking busting Dana Bash. Actually, she was talking about him. He goes, well, he has one problem. He's a Jew. He's Jewish, and the Democrats don't like Jews. And she gets all uncomfortable and goes, your word's not mine. And he goes, because it's like, they're so dumb. They think he's going to be like, oh, did you catch me? He goes, because it's a fact. Because it's a fact. And then he brought up Gaza and shit. And she's like, habita, sabita, habita. Dana Bash is the new biggest cunt. Fucking,
by the way,
that's the top CNN cunt.
Ossoff, that piece of shit, and I know everybody's forgotten, like they want you to forget COVID. They've forgotten that the Democrats had been saying that the Republicans are the anti-woman party. That was the big thing in like 2016 and everything. They're anti-woman. When really the Democrats are anti-woman. The Democrats are anti-anything that isn't batshit crazy. That's what they're anti. What do you got? I can't read it. Loads is not gay. He brought 4 pairs of shoes to the beach, but 6 buffalo. There you go. There you go. Even for 30,000.
This is what, Bob. This is why he doesn't like you. This is why he doesn't like you, because you're funnier than him. There you go.
Even for 30,000.
Loads is not gay because he brought 4 pairs of shoes to the beach, but the 6 butt plugs, Pete. And Pete, what's the phrase I always say, and I use it for a lot of examples. You never when I'm talking
never
about
go down in size in a butt plug.
Never go down in size in a butt plug. That's the left. That's the left. Like, let me tell you, Josh Shapiro just ratcheted up his colon plug 2 fucking sizes, and there's no going back. Or am I wrong?
No, he's out there with the crazy. Like
toast to the second best Angelo ever, the best living Angelo we know right now, Chen Don. Love you, buddy. Twin Oaks, happy Friday.
Finishing up some of that Willet bourbon.
Pete, I'm literally, and by the way, I'm putting them in the car. I got 3 fucking bottles of booze for you. 2 might not be in there. 2 may have eaten through the floor down into the neighbors. And your boy Smartass House is in here. He posted a picture. He's like, I picked up 4 bottles of whiskey. One was 150 proof. One was, I said, are you just going to clean out the liquor cabinet with that one? He's insane. I love him. And there's some good old-fashioned black barrel, Peter, or as you call it, Schwoogie Scotch. Yeah, so you call it Schwoogie Scotch, right?
You love saying the word. You do. Easy Street, I saw that.
Peter?
Apparently, yes, they're giving Trump signed some executive order giving farmers the ability to process their own food, like to process their own product.
Do you know why?
Because there are only 4 companies that process food.
Let me rephrase. Do you know where he got? We talked about this on fucking the show Wednesday when you were golfing on what, and to quote Giger, on one of the courses that actually wasn't made for fags, fag capital of the world.
By the way,
you know where he got the idea, Pete?
Where?
He called in to Glenn Beck on Pete. He called again every time. Another example of every time Donald Trump opens his mouth, I want to punch Joe Biden in his. I can find the clip.
Just tell me, where to get it.
He's talking to Glenn Beck on the phone, right? And Glenn Beck, Pete, is like, I'm a rancher. He's like, you know, what I would love to, I'll find the clip while we're talking, but he goes, you know, he's like, if you could take down these meat packing, what are they called?
Processing plant.
Yeah, he's like, because they're doing this, and this. And Donald Trump, he's on the phone, but you literally hear him, Peter. He's like, I think that's a great idea. And he's not responding to Glenn Beck. He's talking to the people in his office. And you know what he did today, Pete? What you said. 2 days later, he fucking put out a Truth Social. I'll find it. I'm sure he's talking about they literally listened to Glenn Beck because he listens to intelligent people.
Yeah,
I'll find it right now. Keep talking. It's insane.
That's impressive.
Oh, J Ham Stoneface with the 5 gifted subs. Love that fucking guy.
And thank you, J Ham.
Thank you. $2, Mr. White. 1, thank you, 2. You can't put a price on that one, but I'm stealing that. Pete gets us all off.
Yeah,
I would have said Pete gets all us off.
We all get it. We all get it, Gene. Mr. White, we all get it. Top-notch work. You give credit where it's due. Tremendous work. What am I
it's perfect. Say? Pete gets all of us off. Oh, he said it right. Pete gets all of us off. I suck.
Yeah, he did it correctly, Gene. He did it correctly.
Shout out to my father-in-law. We went in a different time. By the way, this guy's still not paying for our wedding.
That is fantastic that he's listening as well. You made my day. Like that is great.
He's a big fan of the loads and vice versa.
Let me tell you something. He is forever. He is paying. Believe me.
We hang out all the time. Telling you, when I go visit in Florida, I'm not bringing the wife. That's a fucking place called the Villages joke.
Yes, but I was golfing, so I golfed 2 courses the other day, Wednesday. Some guy, 72, he lives down in Naples, Florida. He golfed with us. 72 years old, played the white tees with us, shot an 84. And I was like, oh, my God, you're the goal. And I said to him, well, what about the Villages? And immediately all he said was, everybody there has STDs. I'm like, how is that such common knowledge? Like, that is like the first. And my buddy who was with me said the same thing. Well, Pete, you go there. I'm like, because I would love to get out of here. I would love to get out of New Jersey.
Golf for free for the rest of your life. Floof for floof for the floof of your floof.
Well,
I gotta find this other thing.
Yeah, so
Gene,
Trump
quit
does
acting
listen.
like a twink and try being a man for once in your justice for Amex. Gustav, he really looks like that, Jen Don.
I tried.
By the way, he probably couldn't type twink. I get it. Yeah. And again, Gustav, thanks for the 5. And I'm sorry that you're not over on fucking Rumble with us where you could have put TWINK in caps. But thank you very much. Back to you, Pete.
Thank you, Gigger. Pete will shoot his age when he turns 103. I'll tell you what, if I could shoot 103 when I'm 103, that would be friggin' awesome. And by the way,
Boca Vista. Right now, Angelo's mad he didn't think of that first.
I shot that 97, and it should have been so much better. First 2 holes, double par, double par.
I should point out 97 is what I called coloreds. I like to 86 the 97s.
No. Just because you think it's funny doesn't make it so. We're right.
You're wrong. I like the 86 the 97s.
Okay, God bless you. Now that'll become a thing. I'm gonna have Secret Service here. I'm gonna have the ATF. I don't need any problems.
Yes, welcome to Rumble. Oh, by the way, I really need to read. Curtis John had a great point, and fucking our boy put amen. Thanks to the 2, Curtis John. Literally, women and gays are way too emotional to be pressed. When millions of women think that Clancy bitch is innocent and the husband did it, it's in his eyes. By the way, first of all, 100% agree. Amen. Pop that top off, Max. Thanks, Jesse.
290. There you go.
Hear the
that
shit?
Is made it, Gene. 297. 297 just stole my truck, and we're going. There it is. Whether it's he's in Phoenix or Virginia.
Hold on, Brady. Hold on.
He just out of the park.
He pressed K, enter, and flipped his keyboard like a bat.
So I think Kristi Noem could be president because she's not like that. She did put down the dog when it was a problem. There are certain women who could do it, I think. Not, there are. And I believe your religion doesn't matter. Your gender doesn't matter. There's only 2, by the way, male and female. So let's get that clear. So male, female, it doesn't matter. You can be president if you have the right policies and you're willing to do it. Trump, he's got great policies. And that's what bothers me about it's amazing that the Easy Street Consigliere and those people will listen. They'll put on the show. Support your relatives. The one who should be listening, I think he despises the fact that you have this many people actually listen to you. I don't even know how many people in here. But let me tell you, if it's more than 1, because nobody listens to him but him, you're already beating him.
Well, I mean, Pete, am I wrong to say, and I've said in the chat, I think
the America First.
Go on, Pete, I'm sorry.
I sent you that thing with the and there's another thing. Trump's apparently, I saw some video where a bunch of his Haitians were sent back already. They're starting to get them out of Ohio. And yeah, they're getting rid of there's some, I don't know what it is, a bill or whatever that I guess when you have an H-1B or an H-2B visa, if it expires and you try and change it, you have a 60-day grace period. And they're trying to get rid of that 60-day grace period, just send them all out, which will create more jobs for people in IT. and computers. They're taking a lot of the H-1B visa jobs apparently, because the Mongo, that was his complaint. Like, everybody in these jobs is from India or wherever. And I will say that's the one thing where I disagree with Vivek, because his thing was, because these American kids are all on their computers playing games and not doing it, that's why we need to use H-1, these visas to bring in other people. I disagree. I think there's plenty of Americans who can do the jobs. But you want, as a business, why wouldn't you hire the person who you could pay less money to and you have more control over? That makes total sense for the business. It does.
Yeah. I could not
yes,
agree more.
I saw that.
What's that?
I'm sorry, go ahead. Milo is in ICE custody.
Say?
Milo Yiannopoulos is in ICE custody. I saw that. I'm not sure why.
He's not American?
I didn't know that. I didn't know that.
Did you see this? A fan sent me this. There's literally, last week we showed you that Dr. Fauci has started a legal, well, I don't know if he has, but they've started a legal fund for Dr. Fauci. For all the, because he's going to have to face state charges, I believe you said.
Yes, he could face state charges. They wanted him to come back and testify in Congress, and he refused. So, yeah, go ahead.
Well, here's the latest one, Pete. There's a fan sent me this, busting my chops. He's like, "Hey, Gino, Kevin Brennan wanted me to send you this. You were He sent me this text. You were chosen to take the Dr. Fauci approval poll. And there's a link. Here's the link, ladies and gentlemen. You think I'm lying? It is in the fucking Rumble chat. If you want to shit on him, and look at this. I'll even put it in this chat. Boom. Let me know that works. Are you out of your mind? Dr. Fauci dedicated his entire... No, he didn't. Senate Republicans are attacking his reputation. He destroyed his reputation. Bad. And I guarantee he won't show you the results. Overall, do you approve? No. Are you concerned that Senate... No. Are you concerned that 3 Republicans... Look at these questions. Are you concerned that 3 Republicans in Congress spent 3 years derailing the Biden...
Wait a minute.
See, I don't know how to answer this because they didn't.
Right. That's the problem right there. That question is invalid. Its premise is invalid, and that's the issue right there. No, they were actually...
Well, let's remember. I'm going to put... should I put I'm not sure or no?
No, you're not, because it wasn't misinformation. So
I'm not concerned. Well, I'm certainly not concerned, so it's no. Are you concerned about Republicans' attacks on Dr. Fauci's public health experts and the efforts to rewrite the truth about... What? Are you concerned? No, because they need to rewrite the truth about the COVID-19 pandemic.
What is it? Wait, hold up a second. Rewrite the truth. What, are you kidding me? How does that...
Yeah, Pete, that's insane.
That's a nonsensical sentence. Rewrite the truth. The truth is self-evident in the fact that it is the truth. Truth, reality, you can't write it, rewrite it. It is.
Agreed, kiddo. At this point, an STD is a small price to pay. But again, Pete, this gets back. I know I'm preaching to the fucking. Pete, do you understand? They read this, and like we've seen, they're like, "Oh my God, they are trying to rewrite the truth about the COVID pandemic because what Dr. Fauci said happened. That's how they read this, and it's terrifying."
By the way, because I still have another year to do this, or another 6 months anyway, the shirt does not say, my shirt does not say Gay Army. My shirt says we are 12. Nice. Super Bowl champions right there. Super Bowl champions.
Lou Monaco has a daycare, and he gives that out to the kids there that he watches. Am I right?
Yeah, the truth is the truth. The Seahawks are Super Bowl champions. That is the truth. That is reality. The reality
I told you J-Mac shit all over. J-Mac is the sidekick of Cowherd, his news guy.
I heard it. I don't care.
Darnold to Dilfer. I'm like, and I like the guy. I'm like, you're just looking for clicks now.
He's bitter. And by the way, compare Darnold to anybody you want, but make sure you compare him to the other quarterbacks who did not have a turnover in any playoff game. Make sure you compare him to those quarterbacks as well. Make sure you compare the Seahawks to the other teams that beat the P out of 3 teams that had more than 10 wins to get to the Super Bowl. Make sure you remember all that when you talk about last year's Seahawks.
Can I do one,
They
Pete?
dominated.
Pete, here's a Fauci-like question. Peter, yes or no? Can we compare him to the other quarterbacks that won 14 games in back-to-back seasons for 2 different teams?
Yeah, compared to those quarterbacks as well.
There aren't any, Peter. There aren't any.
Right, football is the ultimate team game. Everybody has to do their thing. If the ask Mr. White, he'll tell you. If you got a left guard or tackle with short arms and he gets blown by every play and your quarterback has no time to throw the ball, the whole thing breaks down. That's how it works. Yes, I see that the Seahawks have been sold, and the guy in the press conference, he's an Indian guy, and he first words out of his mouth, I came over in 1976 when the Steelers were good, so I still follow the Steelers. I'm like, I don't know, that's how you want to open a press conference in Seattle. But the guy's 80, I guess. He's like, what the hell? But yes, those teams didn't have to urinate for a period of time because the pee was beat out of them by Seattle. And when they did pee, it was probably bloody. All right? That's how bad Seattle whooped those teams. The 49ers somehow beat the Eagles, a disgrace that the Eagles couldn't beat them at home. They limp into Seattle. From the kickoff, they got stomped. Then the Rams come in, who are the best team that the world has ever seen. And Sam Darnold didn't see ghosts. You know what he saw? He saw NFC championship trophies. That's what he saw. And he won the game. He won the game. Their defense showed up. Jake Bobo, who's out for the year, had a touchdown. And then they went to the Super Bowl and just demolished. Darnold didn't have a great game. Certainly had a better game than the other quarterback. It don't matter.
You play the game. Ooh, this calls for some bum tea. You play the game to win.
That was Seattle put on a dominant performance last year. They were in the best division in football. They had to beat the 49ers twice, the Rams twice. They're the other 2 best teams. And people forget. They're like, well, they only beat the Rams because that stupid 2-point conversion. Well, you forget when the Rams beat them in L.A., the only reason they won was because their punter put the ball out at the 1-foot line.
Yeah.
And Seattle got down, and the guy missed a 60-yard field goal. If that punter had put it out at the 10, Seattle wins that game too. And that was with 4 Darnold turnovers. So, dominant team. Dominant. One of the most dominant Super Bowl teams in the last decade. They may not repeat, but I'm going to tell you right now, for the next 6 months, I ain't going to forget, and not anybody else forget, Super Bowl champions. Super Bowl champions in dominant fashion. All right, we can go back to talking about – I can check Seahawks off my list. They're playing Kansas City tonight. They're not playing any starters.
Oh,
so their starters can all go.
If you watched my stream last night, I gambled on gambling and lost. Like, when the Chargers at the end of the first half, they had Trey Lance in. They were up 7 on that bomb to fucking QJ. And I said, Trey Lance is in. I thought they were going to leave him in a long time. And I'm like, right now, the Rams are getting 2.5. And I said, take the Rams to the under. That would go on to cover. The under was 39.5. And then I said in the second half, when Ungialele, I'm learning that name, came in because he's going to beat Lance. I'm like, oh my God, look at this running game. Take the Chargers in the over. And then I bet 5 on that to win 25. I bet $1.37 to win 10 on the Rams to the under. And then in the final moments of the game, Chargers get the ball to midfield, and they're offering me on the $25 payout a $10 cash out, and on the fucking $10 payout a $5 cash out. And I'm like, I should have just let him go. I'm like, I'm gonna try and fucking I'm like, I'm gonna take the money on this one because I think this one's gonna hit. So I cash out the fucking Rams to the under. They're the Rams are getting points, and the over-under is 39.5, 20-18. So it's 38. It's Rams to the under. Instead of trying to win the 10, I take the 5 cash out. So now I just need the Chargers to score. Field goal, touchdown, anything. 2 plays later, he fumbles, and I lose that bet. Instead of winning 10, I fucking won 5. So it's fun to gamble on gambling. It is. I want to get back to this Fauci poll.
Wait a second. I'm going to say, I will, but Friendly Slumlord, if it was Kristi Noem versus Pete Buttigieg, who are you voting for president? Who are you
What?
voting for? He said, keep fat and happy so they say stupid shit like they would be fine with a woman president. If that was your
I can't even find the